Alright mate, Slimy here, welcome back to some more Final Fantasy IV, and as you can hopefully see by, the start of the video, I've actually got the bestiary situation sorted out. What I haven't got sorted out is the Toad situation. You know, considering that I've been like really focusing on the bestiary and that, you'd think I would have like by now remembered what the weaknesses of these things are, because like, for a second I genuinely stopped and thought, are those Gigantoads weak to ice or thunder? Because my brain just sort of turned off for a second. And speaking of my brain turning off for a second, I completely forgot that there's that area over there. But yeah, hopefully I've got the bestiary situation sorted out, and it's kind of ridiculous to think about this, but I actually just kind of figured out an idea of what I wanted to do with the bestiary while playing Spyro the Dragon the other day. The same day actually that I actually dropped the ice brick on the table, like freaked out OBS. And honestly, there's one thing that kind of scares me about recording these videos is that, or that I ran away. I completely forgot that they can do that, to be honest. But wait, is this a? No, that's the other thing. Yeah, but with OBS, sometimes I've had instances where what's essentially happened is I've been recording something, and then my Switch has been like hitting the dock, and whenever it's been hitting the dock, it's actually just kind of like popped out. And then OBS has just kind of decided, right, that's it, blue screen, and it just completely destroys all of what I was recording in that. But I don't know if you can actually see, if I was to go to the save here, I've now actually set up like 2 save files, and the reason why I've set up 2 save files is so that when I actually record these episodes, I can actually go back and say, go to the area where I last saved. And the reason why I do this is actually just simply because then I can edit in bestiary things at the start of the video, so I can say, oh, in this area, and there's this creature, and this creature, and also this creature, without necessarily having to like backtrack. It's just all, you know, for the sake of convenience and that. And I've actually, the reason why I actually didn't upload like the other day or so was simply because, well, I actually wanted to get a Final Fantasy video out alongside the Spyro stuff, like as I've been doing. But what happened is I kind of ran out of time to record these stuff because, well, all that for a potion. I like to record, you know, a few things in bulk and that. But what happened is I just did not have the time to record all that stuff. And, well, I've been waiting for a good time to actually record stuff, and I just didn't have the time to record it. Now I've finally got a bit of time to record stuff, and I'm deciding I'm going to record a few Final Fantasy stuff while I'm here. And hopefully I should have these edited and uploaded by the 10th and that. I actually uploaded 2 Spyro videos, not uploaded 2 Spyro, recorded 2 Spyro videos, so that means there should actually be, also now that we've got Toad, we can like untoadify ourselves, so we don't have to worry about being a screechy little mushroom man. So that's a plus. Actually, I joke about Toad, but it was actually recently revealed on the 21st of June that Mario RPG is going to be getting a remake on the Switch, and this is a game that I've heard a lot of good things about, and I actually genuinely do want to have a go at that game. And it's a game that I could have actually had a go of it on like me SNES Mini, but I just never got around to playing it because I was playing Final Fantasy VI on the SNES Mini, and now I've got Final Fantasy VI on this. So it's actually the remake version of Final. Well, it's not remake. It's Pixel Remaster, which I guess is kind of a remake. So Bestiary, right? I said I'd get this sorted out, and I will. New enemies in this area. You got the Sahagin. Nothing really special about these guys. They can take extra damage from Ice Rod for some reason. You've also got the Tiny Mage. Tiny Mages, as you can tell, are mages and will actually respond to attacks with either Osmos if they're hit with magic, or Hold if they're hit with physical attacks. You've also got the Toga, which is basically the same thing as the Gigantoad. I may have got them both mixed up, they're kind of the same deal. And we've also got the Zombie. The Zombie is weak to fire and holy. But if you're using someone like a Dark Knight like Cecil, you really can't do too much to him. We've also got the Red Moose, which is this game's generic slime enemy. Now uniquely, the colour of the slime enemy corresponds with what they're weak to, so these guys are actually weak to fire. Finally, we've got the Alligator. The Alligator can be quite strong because it can hit twice. It's weak to ice and on rare occasions can drop a silver apple, which is an item that can actually boost your HP by about 50 points, I believe. It's remake remastered kind of. Oh, we got some new guys here actually. I'm just going to destroy all these guys, because why not? We've got Tiny Mages here, which have the distinct ability to make you shorter. So, tall people out there, be very terrifying. But yeah, Super Mario RPG. The reason why I actually bring it up in this video, because I could have like very easily brought it up in like the Spyro thing, is a lot of us do know the secret character. Pulex is, I don't know how common it is known that his battle music is actually from this game. Well, the original version of this game anyway. And well, I feel like, really, to be honest, I just thought it was a good time to mention. Cecil, are you ever gonna actually land an attack? This fight has been going on way too long for a bunch of little goblin men that we could honestly just like run over and drop kick. Taylor just ran over and just like beat it with the end of his stick and killed it instantly. There got some gil, bomb fragment, which is probably not really going to be useful in here. Oh, and zombies. Now watch this. As we all know, zombies are. Oh wait. How do I switch? Oh, there we go. How do I switch character? It's making me think of that one Spider-Man meme. Okay. Not this game then. Like I said, it's a lot of like, you know, the DS and this version have got a lot of differences. So that's why I tried both Cure and Fire, because in the DS version, Cure destroys him and so does Fire. I know Revive in the DS version, like the Rays and that, just obliterates zombies. Whereas in this, heal spells just kind of like slightly. We're not having a good time against these. Now, one of the big reasons is because Cecil is actually like, his stuff is actually dark element, which is why it doesn't do a lot against zombies. At this point, you think it just like cast Chocobo or something, just to run in and actually just destroy them. See, now that actually did more. Why did his recall version like do more? If I remember correctly, there is actually up here a secret passage. And there's one thing that this game actually does a lot of, is it does a lot of like secret passages. And whenever I first like played the DS version, I didn't actually present the game because I did not really fully understand the secret passage thing. There's actually a chocobo of these guys at the back. And that's actually something that's how she just like went completely gold, then like she ascended to a Super Saiyan. Oh, that was worth it. That was well worth it, that. And of course, break with myths. But yeah, she like ascended to a Super Saiyan when she did that. I'm sat here like wondering why is Rydia not attacking, but she legitimately has no MP left. But I do absolutely love the hidden passage system in this game. It's just really convenient, I guess. Well, not convenient, it's like... It's fun. That's all. And tell her, please, why would you do that? Why would you do any of that? And the thing is, the zombies really aren't doing anything to us. Like, tell her. Tell her, why did you do that? I need to, like, memorise the button for switching, like, character positions and that. Because tell her what you... And you don't even have it. That's because I'm on video. Wrong character. There we go. Grab some MP, tell her. Just run over and just yoink the magic out the zombie's body. Just like... Actually, that sounds really disgusting, like the way that... Did he just heal himself? I thought Osmos was supposed to, like... What? You know what, legitimately, we're just gonna go on autopilot because the zombies really aren't doing anything to us, but we can't really do anything to the zombies. Now, this is a good like time save feature for stuff like this whenever you literally cannot do anything. I will say shout out to Cecil with the crit hits though, because that's making this less boring than just doing 1 damage every single hit or just straight up missing. I mean, I can't really blame Teller. He's wearing glasses, so you can tell he's not really the best at visualising stuff. You'd think there'd be like a spell for fixing eyes. You know, actually, that'd actually be really useful. Like, why is that like never elaborated in like fantasy media where they have all these spells? Like, this one can instantly heal all characters like injuries and that. Then why is everyone like? Why is there like so many people walking around in fantasy settings like wearing glasses when they could just go to a magic person and just like blast their eyes with magic and say, right, now you can see again. Like, if you can go up to him and say, oh, this is me left leg, it got blasted clean off by a cannonball, and then they can just say, right, courage, and then they just like blast your leg and now suddenly your leg's like in one piece again. Why can't they do that for eyes? Like, oh no, all of my teeth fell out because I don't know, got afflicted with some curse that made all my teeth fall out, and then they just use like magic tooth blast and all of a sudden you got teeth again. Why did they never like... Why is there never like mage hospitals in these things where there's like a legitimate business of mages like just like fixing people's ailments and that? They're having a lot of, I was gonna say they're having a lot of trouble with that one zombie. Like, we tried to hit the guy like 7 times and nothing came out of it. Oh great, more zombies! So, autopilot it is then. But yeah, that's like one thing that I kind of feel like, you know, whenever it comes to like fantasy, like magic world and that, you have so many great ideas with like what goes on in these fantasy worlds and that, and almost feels like some of the really logical stuff just like never really gets like considered. Like, if you've got people who can make ice magic, why do you have like no like ice mages like running food preservative companies? you know what? No, that's a really funny idea that I've just like put into my own head. Like, just imagine a guy like turning up in a big cloak, and he just like turns up and he's got like all these like trinkets and that like wrapped around his neck, and he's like an old guy with like a beard and that. And he just comes out like a horse and cart, and he just turns around and says, "Alright, here's your food delivery." And it's just a big like, it's like a block of ice with a piece of steak in it. And he turns around and says, "Oh, I froze this just as it came fresh from the cow." And it'll defrost in maybe a few hours, so it'll give it a bit more like finger, and just it protects it from flies and all stuff like that. Just put it in your pantry or whatever. Do you ever think there's like earth magicians like throwing excess soil into the water so they can build more land, like pulling the Netherlands or something? That's the thing though with magic, is theoretically with magic is just kind of a thing that you can just like do anything with. Like just like control literally anything. Like you want to have a guy who's literally, his entire thing is that he can like control balloon animals. Bam, you can make a magic for it. You want a guy who can like quite literally levitate 4 inches off the ground. You can levitate people 4 inches off the ground for like some kind of bizarre fast travel. Bam, magic. You can literally just do anything with magic. The one thing that you can't do with magic is replenish magic, so we're sat here just watching them do 1 damage versus a zombie. See, all you need to do is put the Minecraft version of me into this, with my usual zombie mauling habits. I like how I reference that as if like it's a big running joke on the channel, but like I've only had like Minecraft at like 1 point. Oh, feathered cat. Really, you can wear the funny hat. As if it like it's a big well-known thing. Oh, finally something that isn't a what's it called on there. As if like the whole zombie eating is like a big running joke on my channel. Like I've only ever made like a few Minecraft videos ever. So literally nobody will ever know that like when I play Minecraft, all I ever do is like find a zombie spawn and eat nothing but zombie meat. I completely ran out of something to say then. I was just kind of like engrossed in the music in the background finger. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the Culex thing, is that actually used Final Fantasy IV music. And I am really curious as to what they do with Culex, or if he's even going to return at all. I think the funniest thing that they could do with Culex is have him like legitimately look like a newer Final Fantasy game type character in that. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? We can't unfrog ourselves if we get frogged too much. I mean, if they drop a Maiden's Kiss, then that'll solve everything, but they're actually not doing that much damage to us, which is kind of funny. And I've not even grinded that much. I almost said ground, like that's the past tense version of grind. Slime, can you like actually English for once? You'd think as a British person to be able to like English a bit better, but yeah, nah. We almost like actually got Nene to reference that silly meme. We got the Maiden's Kiss anyway. Got an E4 and then tactical win. Oh cool, we can actually I am going to show off what that does, so that can actually I could just use an ice rod. Oh, I have to scroll all the way down, don't I? But what it does is it just casts like snow finger, snow magic. Oh, here's an enemy that we haven't encountered yet. It'd be really cool to show off what this was actually. What was it? It'd be really cool to show off what this is weak to, but yeah, they're actually all weak to fire. The slime enemies in this game are actually kind of weak to a corresponding. Oh, Shadow Blade, Shadow Blade, Soul Fist. Didn't expect Curly Whirly to show up here, but Monsterwise in the cave beyond. Use a tent outside if you must. Oh, this is it. Oh, it's another one of the enemies. He's like legitimately out of all the the enemies that I'd like to show off and that. They're all actually, aside from one, they've all shown up so far, which is pretty good. So, good on the enemies for doing that. It like saves me time that, so I can just like reuse the footage in the bestiary part. You know, like they said, Taylor said that the monster lies a bit ahead. And he says there's like a place to use a tent, and that's because up here there is in fact a little area that we'll be using the tent in. So I'm going to use a tent here and call this an episode. So if you like this episode and my weird rambling about magic, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.